What does it mean to be American? How has this spirit evolved over the decades? In the 1960s, America was a nation on the brink of transformation. It was a decade marked by upheaval and change, a time when the very fabric of American life was being rewritten. As the decade unfolded, the United States found itself at the center of groundbreaking events that would forever shape its identity. The year 1969 saw one of mankind's greatest achievements. As Neil Armstrong set foot on the moon, the world watched in awe. The moon landing was not just a feat of scientific prowess, it was a testament to American ambition, a symbol of the country's relentless pursuit of progress. Yet the decade was not without its dark days. The assassination of President John F. Kennedy in 1963 sent shockwaves through the nation. A beacon of hope and a symbol of youthful vitality, his death marked an end of innocence for many Americans. Amidst these monumental events, the civil rights movement was gaining momentum. Led by visionary leaders like Martin Luther King Jr., the movement sought to end racial segregation and discrimination. King's eloquent voice and his powerful message of nonviolent resistance resonated with millions, leading to significant legislative achievements like the Civil Rights Act of 1964 and the Voting Rights Act of 1965. The 60s also saw the rise of counterculture, a social and cultural revolution that challenged the status quo. Young people across the nation began to question established norms and values, seeking to create a society built on peace, love, and equality. The 60s were a time of change, a period of turmoil and triumph. It was a decade that saw the best and the worst of America, a time that tested the nation's resolve and resilience. As the decade closed, America was a nation transformed, setting the stage for further evolution in the coming years. As we continue our journey through the decades, we'll see how the seeds planted in the 60s sprouted into movements that continue to shape America today. From the rise of technology in Silicon Valley to the continuing struggle for equality and justice, the spirit of America is a testament to its people's enduring ambition and resilience. The 1970s was a time of change, reflected vividly in America's music and politics. As the decade began, the nation was still reverberating from the Woodstock Festival, a three-day event in 1969 that brought together over 500,000 people in a celebration of peace, love, and music. This iconic moment was a testament to the power and influence of the counterculture movement, which was both a catalyst for change and a reaction to the turbulent political landscape. Music became a mirror for society, reflecting its hopes, dreams, and struggles. The king of rock and roll, Elvis Presley, was a living legend, a symbol of the American dream. But his untimely death in 1977 sent shockwaves across the nation and the world, marking the end of an era. In the political arena, the resignation of President Richard Nixon in 1974, following the Watergate scandal, shook the nation's faith in its leadership. The scandal highlighted the importance of transparency, accountability, and integrity in public office, lessons that resonate even today. Meanwhile, the struggle for civil rights continued. The legacy of leaders like Martin Luther King Jr., who lost his life in the previous decade, inspired a new generation to carry the torch for equality and justice. The American spirit was being tested, but it was also growing stronger, more resilient, and more inclusive. Through the turbulence and transformation, the 70s shaped the nation's identity in profound ways. The decade was a crucible, a time of trial and change that forged a new sense of what it meant to be American. The music, the politics, the struggles, and the victories of this era are part of the rich tapestry of American history, threads that continue to weave into the fabric of the nation's spirit. The 70s was a decade of turbulence but also growth, leaving a lasting impact on the American spirit. In the late 20th century, America was a nation at the forefront of technology, yet also deeply involved in global conflicts. The rise of Silicon Valley was a testament to America's innovative spirit. The likes of Bill Gates and Steve Jobs emerged as pioneering figures, pushing the boundaries of technology and shaping the world as we know it today. Bill Gates, with his software giant Microsoft, and Steve Jobs, with his revolutionary company Apple, were the architects of a digital revolution that would span the globe. But this period was also marked by America's involvement in numerous conflicts. Under the leadership of Franklin D. Roosevelt, America played a pivotal role in the Second World War, helping to shape the post-war world. Fast forward to the new millennium and the nation found itself embroiled in the War on Terror under the presidency of George W. Bush, a conflict sparked by the tragic events of September 11, 2001. These wars, though vastly different in their nature and objectives, underscored America's position on the global stage, a superpower with a profound influence on world events. Yet, the late 20th century was not just about technological advancements and global conflicts. It was also a time of significant political events. The assassination of John F. Kennedy and Martin Luther King Jr. sent shockwaves across the nation, while Richard Nixon's resignation marked a low point in American politics. But hope was on the horizon with the election of Barack Obama, the nation's first African-American president, whose signature achievement was the healthcare reform known as Obamacare. As the 20th century came to a close, America stood at the precipice of a new era. The advent of Donald Trump to the White House signaled a shift in the political landscape, while Joe Biden's tumble on the stairs of Air Force One served as a stark reminder of the challenges that lay ahead. The turn of the century saw America standing as a global superpower, yet also grappling with new challenges. From the rise of Silicon Valley to the wars that marked the era, the late 20th century was a time of growth, conflict, and change. The 21st century brought new challenges and changes, testing the resilience of the American spirit. As we transitioned into the new millennium, a sense of hope and change was on the horizon. The election of Barack Obama, the first African-American president, was a milestone that spoke volumes about the progress of this nation. Alongside his historic presidency, Obama's signature achievement, the Affordable Care Act, also known as Obamacare, aimed to provide affordable health insurance for all Americans. This was a testament to the belief that healthcare is a right, not a privilege. But the winds of change did not stop there. The political landscape shifted once again with the election of Donald Trump. His unorthodox approach to politics, coupled with his background in business, brought a new dynamic to the White House. And let's not forget the recent events that have made headlines around the world. The image of President Biden tumbling on the stairs of Air Force One became a symbol of the challenges faced by his administration. Yet, in true American fashion, he dusted himself off and carried on, embodying the resilience that defines this nation. The 21st century also saw the rise of Elon Musk, a man whose entrepreneurial spirit has pushed the boundaries of what we thought was possible. From launching rockets into space with SpaceX, to revolutionizing the automobile industry with Tesla, Musk's contributions have been truly groundbreaking. Yet despite these changes and challenges, the American spirit remains undeterred. There is a unique resilience that runs deep in the heart of this nation. It's a resilience that allows America to constantly reinvent itself, to adapt, to grow, and to face any challenge head-on. Indeed, the 21st century has been a time of significant change and challenge, but through it all, the American spirit has remained resilient. The story of America is a story of constant evolution, of overcoming obstacles, and of the unyielding belief in the power of possibility. Through all these challenges and changes, the American spirit remains resilient. Despite everything, there's something unique about the American spirit that draws people from all over the world. It's a spirit that is not just vibrant in the can-do attitude of its people, but also in the celebrations that unite them. Take Thanksgiving, for example. This holiday, rooted in the early days of the settlers, has evolved into a national day of giving thanks, gathering with loved ones, and of course, indulging in a feast of turkey and pumpkin pie. It's a day that transcends cultural and religious boundaries, bringing Americans together in a shared spirit of gratitude. Then there's the 4th of July, a celebration of the nation's independence marked by grand parades, barbecues, and fireworks that light up the summer sky. It's not just a holiday, it's a testament to the resilience and tenacity of a nation that has weathered numerous storms, yet continues to stand tall. But what truly sets America apart is its welcoming embrace of immigrants. People from every corner of the globe have found a home on American soil, each bringing with them a piece of their own culture, their dreams, their hopes. They've built businesses, pioneered innovations, and contributed to the rich tapestry of American life. It's an experience unique to America. You could migrate to France and yet not quite feel French, or move to Brazil and not necessarily feel Brazilian. But when you step onto American soil, something changes. You're welcomed into a melting pot of cultures, into a nation that values freedom, opportunity, and the pursuit of happiness above all. And before you know it, you too start to feel American. That's the charm of America. It's a nation that has seen its fair share of challenges and triumphs, of highs and lows. Yet, its spirit remains unbroken. It's a spirit that's reflected in its celebrations, in its people, and in every immigrant who finds a home within its borders. No matter what, the minute you set foot in America, you can't help but feel a part of this great nation. That's the enduring power of the American spirit.